There is a mood of optimism here in Geneva. Sources close to the talks have told Al Jazeera Iranian delegates are being more receptive than previously thought. Crucially, they seem willing to discuss their controversial nuclear program. On the Iranian side of the table, Saeed Jalili, the chief nuclear negotiator, and Ali Bagheri, his deputy. Both have the backing of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei. Opposite, Catherine Ashton, the EU's foreign affairs chief, and among the diplomats, William Burns, the undersecretary at the US State Department. There may be bilateral talks between the Iranians and the Americans at some point. Members of the Iranian delegation at the talks here have told Al Jazeera they are taking this very seriously, but it is a balancing act. The Iranians want to show they're strong and self-sufficient, but there's also a sense of realism, as sanctions are really starting to hurt the Iranian economy. Sunday's nuclear announcement that Iran now has its own stocks of yellow cake, an example of that posturing. The Islamic Republic says its nuclear program is now at the point of no return.
When Iran felt confident enough itself to actually say to the world, it doesn't really matter if you sanction us, if you sanction some of our politicians, if you stop goods coming into the country, if you try and stop petroleum coming in and oil going out. It hasn't reached that point. That's what we expected, but it seems that's been delayed for some 1 or 2 years now, at least.
Another headache for negotiators here will be Iranian accusations of UN involvement in the killing of one nuclear scientist and the injury of another in Terhran last month. Officials claim the physicists became targets when their names were published in a Security Council resolution.
That was the first thing the Iranians brought up inside the meeting. And this is obviously a legitimate concern. But always the question is it being used as a tactic to deter a substantive discussion on the nuclear issues?
Getting Iran around a table is progress in itself. But these representatives are not the big players. Any agreements made here will have to be taken back to Tehran.